Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Bumtron, back out with another video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at set number 75431, Cobb Vanth's Speeder from LEGO Star Wars The Mandalorian. So, if you like this video, hit the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys know when I go live, and when I upload, all that good stuff. And yeah, so, if we set the figures and the figure and the rest of the set along with the other figure off to the side, and do my very best to bring the box in. You can see here how it looks, which if we sort of adjust accordingly, you can see I might have to bring just, you see it's a Star Wars with Grogu and Mando here, 7 plus 75437 Cobb Vanth Speeder. You got Cad Bane along with Vanth or Cobb himself on the speeder. Got the 207 pieces. We got Cobb Vanth there as the 1-to-1. Then on this side, you see app to build shit with. This one, you've got the two of them like fighting in some form with the helmet on the ground. That's stupid tag. And then on the back, you can see the rest of the box, which you can see up here in the top. Which, can I zoom in on this? I can, kind of. You see that has like a storage compartment on it. Got Mos Eisley or whatever in the background, or like a bit of Tatooine, and then the actual set pieces itself. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So if we zoom out as always, and then set the box off to the side and bring in the set itself, here we have his speeder, which this as a thing is actually really cool. So if we actually just kind of take Cobb off the speeder a moment, he does have the Boba Fett helmet on at the moment, but here we have the actual build itself, which it is a Star Wars speeder. I don't have a photo, obviously, to kind of, well, I could probably grab a photo to put it up on the screen just to kind of show what this thing looks like in the show, but it looks pretty good. You can see like the little sort of cockpit pilot area here. Got the handlebars that he can't actually hold, but you know, kind of move them around. You got the seat here, which is far more than big enough for him. Got like this little satchel piece on the side here with like this, and then this little brown bit. Looks very interesting. On the top here, you've got like the big engine. If we turn it around this way, you can see it better. Got like this big turbine engine piece, which looks very nice, and the way that's actually kind of built up is pretty cool. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like five or six different like sections and everything. Got the little clip there, I assume to hold something, I'm not quite sure what. Then you see just the nice red detailing with like the way this kind of comes up as an exhaust on this side, which it has a flintlock piece, which, you know, obviously if you turn it upside down it's a flintlock, which we actually have another one here to kind of show that, which you see, that's just an old pirate piece, which I think is pretty cool. Then, as you come to the front, you've got like the intake for the turbine, and then you've got these nice pieces, which kind of look like pieces of a pod racer or something. Doesn't hold on the best because of the way it is, but I'm sure I probably like missed a bit somewhere, but it's fine. So, yeah, cool thing about this is if you grab it and tear this piece off the way it's kind of showed in the box, you have a little bit of storage, which in here you can fit basically everything that you know you need to, obviously because it's a Cobb Vanth thing. You've got his hairpiece, if I can bring that out. There you go. Oops. We got his two blasters, or his two like pistols, and then a fruit of some description and a thick carton of blue milk, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm going to tip all that out, just like so. Set that there, and then bring in the helmet for Boba Fett's helmet. The way I like to do it is you can, you know, put his visor down and then just set it in there. Which it doesn't always want to set properly, but you can sort of have it in there just to, you know, be there in some form. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's stick the piece back on and set this off to the side because that bit's kind of done. But yeah, so if we bring in Cobb himself to take a look at him. So here we have Cobb Vanth in all of his glory, which he honestly looks pretty cool. I cannot complain in the slightest. Which if we zoom in here to actually take a look at him properly and see everything, here we have him. Which he has his dual revolvers, which I think is pretty cool in all honesty. But yeah, so if we start from the top and work our way down, You can see Cobb Vanth's face is a face. It doesn't look too bad. Got like the bit of a beard going on there and whatnot, which doesn't look half bad, I suppose. The hairpiece, which I'm not quite sure if I recognise that hairpiece from anything. I'm sure it's been used before, but it's just done in light grey. Then you can see the more smug slash potentially annoyed face, but then, yeah, you're annoying me, mate, kind of face, which looks fine. And then as we continue down his design, you see the torso is obviously Boba Fett's armor, well, at least the chest plate with like Cobb's regular outfit underneath. Got the shin or knee plate there of the armor, along with the belt and stuff, which looks pretty nice. On this arm, you have the little like shoulder pad, and potentially what could have been the flamethrower, I think, because I know one of these arms is flamethrower. It was probably that one, and then the shoulder pad with the mark or like the symbol on it, and then this one has like the little dart thing on it, which I think is pretty cool. Then for the back, we've just got the typical green jetpack piece that Boba Fett gets normally, which if we pop this off and pop that off, you see the rear like armor done with like the silver for the bare metal and everything as well, which I think is pretty good. So yeah, let's pop this back together, and then just keep, I suppose we'll have the smug face on this time, and we'll set the hairpiece off to the side and bring in Boba Fett's helmet. So you see Boba Fett's helmet in all its glory. Looks actually pretty good for a helmet. You can see all the detail with like the silver and the red, the way it's like very chipped away in lots of areas, which I think is very interesting. But for comparison, if we kind of set him here we have the Boba Fett helmet from the Microfighter Slave 1, or like Boba Fett ship, which you can see it is basically the same helmet, just that obviously one's battle damaged and like worn away when the other isn't, and they've got different viewfinders as well. That is kind of it for Cobb Vanth. Obviously you do have his blue milk, his blue bantha milk, and where the fuck this thing's meant to be, he can hold, but that's not the end of the world. And here we have Cad Bane. Now, Cad Bane is that guy, personally. For a bounty hunter, he is probably one of my favourites, purely on the basis that he is in Clone Wars, and I love Clone Wars. So, yeah, pretty cool. He comes with this nice brown cowboy hat style of thing, which honestly would be pretty good for the ghoul from Fallout if you were to make a custom figure of him, potentially. Maybe bar the actual like grooves on it, but anyway, you can see how that clips on and it kind of curves at the back, which if we pop that off, you see the ugliness of his face, which it doesn't look half bad. You got the eyes nicely done, got like his breathing tube respirator thing, which comes the whole way around to the back, which is just a unique piece for that. Then you have his nice outfit with the trench coat and everything. It just looks great. You got like the bandolier, or like the belt of bullets or whatever. Then he's got two of these little weapon like blasters, which he's meant to have two, so you actually get a third one in the set, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, you can see he's got like that little gizmo on one side, and then he has a similar piece of gizmo on the other side, if not the exact same. And then as you see the back, once again, if we fix this just back on his head, like so, and then set him there, and bring in Cobb. One last comparison I want to do, which I can just kind of continue with the comparison here. If we tilt the camera a bit more, we have Mando, because Mando here is from the other Mandalorian set of the year so far, which I do already have a review up if you want to go check that out. It is his and Grogu's speeder, which is this set here, which has Baby Yoda or Grogu. So yeah, you can see how the three of them look, which will move Cad Bane out of the way because he's obviously the antagonist of the three, but you can see how these two look at very least, which these two don't look half bad. I like the look of them. Here we have Mando version of his speeder, and then we also have Cobb Vanth's one, which you can see is relatively different sized. The pieces underneath, by the way, are my own pieces, just to kind of make sure it sits like it's hovering in some form, so just ignore the extra pieces. You can kind of see how they look like that. I will lift up the tiniest bit, try and get a better view in that in some form. So yeah, significantly bigger and significantly smaller depending on how you look at it. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you like it, let me know in the comment section below by hitting the like, share, commenting, and subscribing buttons, all that good stuff, just so that I can continue, you know, actually doing these and wanting to do these in some form, because, well, we still got a butt ton of Lego Star Wars content I want to collect and do, you know, just more sets I want to collect, and in turn content comes with it. So yeah, pretty cool. But thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon with something else. Goodbye.